ছবি কি ম্যাটার, কারণ ভিডিও তো অনই থাকবে।
তারপর ওই যে গেস্ট লিস্টে পার্টিসিপেন্ট লিস্টে এটা থাকবে তো,
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা,
এই কারণে ছবিটা থাকবে সুবিধা।
Hello, welcome to today's program. Hello, good afternoon everyone. Welcome to the inauguration ceremony of Basis Japan Desk. Clear sound? নাম তো চেঞ্জ হলো না। মাসুদ, এই অবস্থায় একটা স্ক্রিনশট মারেন তো ছবির জন্য। এগুলো দেবো না, এইটা একটু হয়ে যাচ্ছে। হয়ে গেলে বলেন। ওকে, স্ক্রিনশট নিবে কে? এটা কি আপনি নেবেন নাকি আর কেউ থাকবে? ওকে, কথা বলার সময় নিয়েন, আমি যখন কথা বলবো। ঠিক আছে, আমি লাঞ্চ করে আসছি। হুম, উইদাউট মেনুতে। আমি তো খেয়ে আসি, আপনারা মনে লাঞ্চ করবেন নাকি?
the Yuho Hayaka from JICA Bangladesh office. I am the new chief rep of the office, and thank you very much for the invitation. And sorry for my very much delayed response. Is it possible for me to attend the inauguration ceremony? I mean, even from now?
Sure.
Yes, hello,
Thank
Mr. Yohio-san. This is Rashad Kobir. I am director of BASIS. Thanks a
Good
lot.
to see
Yes, you can obviously join the inauguration program. We are
Okay.
very much delighted to have you in our presence.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This is Almas Kabir. I'm the president of BASIS.
Good. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Thank you so much. You have taken the time to join.
Not at all, and thank you very much thank you indeed for inviting me to this kind of this important ceremony. Thank you very much. It's really great event here.
Hi, this is Dr. Arif. I'm the commercial counselor, Bangladesh Embassy, Tokyo.
Oh,
Nice to meet you.
good to see you. Yeah.
Hello, good afternoon to you all. This is Junaid Ahmed Pollock, State Minister for ICT. Nice to see you online.
Good to see you.
Hope
Nice
you're
to see you.
fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Your honor.
Thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu.
ありがとうございます。こちらこそ。
Good afternoon. This is Mahabub Zaman, Managing Director of DataSoft and ex-president of BASIS. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Dear Almas Bhai, when you are planning to start the program, so I think we should wait for our chief guest.
Yes, we have spoken to our chief guest, the PS actually. So he said that he would be try to join within 5 minutes.
No problem, no problem. So our scheduled time is to start
3.
at 4, right? 4
Yes.
p.m.
Yes.
So still we have 8 minutes more to start. So what is your plan? Do you want to continue this program in English or Bangla or Banglish? What is your plan?
I think it's really up to the speakers,
Okay.
Whichever
So
you feel comfortable.
our friends from Japan, so the country representative of JETRO and His Excellency Ambassador, they have their interpreter with them.
Actually,
No.
I don't have. Yeah. But don't worry about it.
No problem.
Yeah.
Are we taking this conversation on media? What is your plan, Almas Bhai? Are we doing the live streaming?
Yes. So this is being this will be live on the Facebook page,
Okay.
and the journalists, they will be attending the Facebook page.
Okay. Is there any question answer session or just
No.
inaugurating the Japan desk and we'll close the session, right?
Yes, that's it. Because otherwise it would have been very long.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is the plan for what would be the duration of today's program?
So our target is to finish by 5 o'clock within
Okay.
1 hour. So that is the target.
Okay, so I'm humbly requesting you to actually give me permission to leave this meeting before 5 p.m. because I have another program with university. That program will start from 5 p.m. So if you don't mind, so I'm humbly requesting you to allow me to leave before 5 p.m.
Of course.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum. Welcome.
ধন্যবাদ আপনার সাথে একটু আগে
Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon. This is Mohammad Jafaruddin, Commerce Secretary.
Zahar bhai, assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mahbub bhai, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম স্যার, আমি ডক্টর আরিফুল হক স্যার, আমি কমার্শিয়াল কাউন্সিলর বাংলাদেশ এম্বাসি টোকিও।
Arif bhai, thank you. Thanks
Assalamualaikum.
for joining.
Almas bhai, what is the program sequence?
Well, there's a presentation, given a short presentation, maybe 3 minutes or 4 minutes max. And then we will invite each of our speakers, the head of JICA and JETRO, our commercial counselor. If the Japanese ambassador is here, he will speak. And our senior secretary and secretary, the commerce secretary. And then we will be speaking and the chief guest will be speaking.
So,
and of course, and Mahbub Zaman Bhai will speak because he is the most experienced in the Japanese market. So
definitely.
But everybody is
is it
speaking
possible,
by 3 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes, not more than.
is it possible to give me the opportunity to speak or share something after JICA and JETRO speakers, or after His Excellency Ambassador speaks after that?
Okay, sure.
Because I have told you that I have to attend another program at 5 p.m. So it would be really helpful for me.
Sure,
you-
definitely.
Thank you.
Okay. Rashad, please take note, huh?
Almas bhai, which platform you are using for live streaming? Your Basis official page or which
Yeah,
one?
Basis official page, and there is a separate page for members only. So both the pages. Basis
Okay,
official page, yes.
so we can share that.
Yes.
Honorable Advisor ki question.
Yeah. Good afternoon, His Excellency.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency. This is Palak, State Minister for ICT.
Good afternoon, Mr. Minister. Nice to see you again. So twice in 1 month. Thank you so much.
Yes. This online platform is actually helping us to frequently meet to each other.
Very good, very good.
Good afternoon, His Excellency. This is NMZ Senior Secretary. I also met twice in this month. So it's actually.
Nice to see you again,
Yes,
Mr. Senior Secretary. So how are you?
Fine, yeah. How are you?
Yeah, good, good. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Your Excellency, welcome. This is Almas Kabir. I'm the president of BASIS. Thank you very much for
So
joining.
thank you very much for sending a letter to us. Thank you very much. I'm so pleased to have this opportunity to join you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good afternoon, His Excellency. I am Dr. Arif, Commercial Counselor, Bangladesh Embassy, Tokyo. I am representing on behalf of our Charge Affairs.
Thank you very much. So you are in Tokyo now?
Yeah, I am in Tokyo now.
Oh, how is Tokyo?
The last 7 days, actually, in Tokyo, the average coronavirus patient is about 50. Other than everything has started becoming normal. I think the life in Tokyo, after 2 months emergency, it has started becoming normal. But the only concern is the last 7 days, the number of corona patients increasing, like it is being the number 50. That's a concern.
I heard the number of those who are tested also increased, particularly those younger generation who spend some time in those very enjoyable area in the evening.
Yes, I also read this news in the newspaper.
So nice to see you. Thank you very much for joining from Tokyo.
Thank you also.
আলমাজ ভাই উপদেষ্টা মহোদয় কি এসেছেন?
ফোন করছে স্যার।
আচ্ছা, আমরা নাহলে ওনার পারমিশন নিয়ে শুরু করতে পারি। আগে যে গেলাম উনি এসে পার্টিসিপেট করলো।
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, জি জি। উনি আমাকে বললেন 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে আসছেন। ওনার সাথে কথা হলো সরাসরি।
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
জি, আসসালামু আলাইকুম।
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Advisor, good afternoon. This is Junaid Ahmed, State Minister for ICT.
বলো কেমন আছো?
জি আছি আলহামদুলিল্লাহ। আপনি ভালো আছেন?
আলম ভাই, আসসালামু আলাইকুম। Thank you for joining.
Pleasure.
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Assalamualaikum.
Rashad, we can start, huh?
শুরু করছি।
আসসালামু আলাইকুম স্যার। স্যার আমি ডক্টর আরিফ, কমার্শিয়াল কাউন্সিলর, বাংলাদেশ এম্বাসি টোকিও। আমাদের সিডিএ হঠাৎ করে অসুস্থ হয়ে যাওয়াতে আমাকে জাস্ট অনুষ্ঠান শুরুর আগে একটু আগে ইয়ে করেছেন, ওনার একটা হাই ব্লাড প্রেশার, ডাক্তার সাজেস্ট করেছেন একটু টেস্ট নিচ্ছে।
তো শুরু করলাম আলমাজ ভাই।
Please.
So, good afternoon, everyone. This is Rashad Kobir. I am director of BASIS and also director in charge of BASIS Japan Focus Group. Welcome everyone in our today's inauguration program. Today is a very special day for BASIS. All of you know that today we are going to inaugurate our very special BASIS Japan desk. So, first of all, I would like to welcome our distinguished guest. I would like to welcome our honorable chief guest, Mr. Salman Fazlur Rahman, private sector industry and investment advisor to Honorable Prime Minister. Welcome, sir, for your valuable time. I would also like to welcome our special guest, Mr. Junaid Ahmed Polok, State Minister for Information and Communication Technology Division. Thanks a lot for your time. Mr. N.M. Ziaul Alam, Senior Secretary, Information and Communication Technology Division. Dr. Muhammad Jafaruddin, Secretary, Ministry of Commerce. Ambassador of Japan to the People's Republic of Bangladesh, His Excellency Mr. Itunoki. Commercial Counselor of Bangladeshi Embassy in Tokyo, Dr. Ariful Haq. Mr. Uho Hayaka, Chief Representative, JICA Bangladesh. Mr. Uzi Ando, Country Representative, Jetro Bangladesh. And also we have our own Mr. Mahfuz-Zaman Bhai, ex-president of BASIS, our president Syed Almaz Kobir, and senior vice president Ms. Farhana Rahman. Before going to the speech of our distinguished guest, let's have a look at a very small video about BASIS Japan desk. What are the objectives? What are its background? And what are the services it will provide it to the common people and also to the BASIS members and the other companies. So let's have a look at the video. Sound. Problem.
Rashad, I guess let's leave that because I will cover that in my presentation.
So thank you. So as I said, that Japan Basis Japan Desk is the first country-based focus desk based in the history of Bangladesh. So in this stage, I would like to request the president of Basis, Mr. Soed Almas Kobir, to deliver his speech and also to present a small presentation about Basis Japan Desk. So Mr. President, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Rashad. Honorable Chief Guest, Honorable Special Guest, and guests of honor, His Excellency the Ambassadors and other dignitaries. We are very, very thankful that you have taken your time out and you have joined this special program, the inauguration of the Basis Japan Desk. As you have seen that we have a very close relationship, business relationship with Japan, not to mention the friendship, the very close friendship with Japan. So we want to really exploit this, the closeness, and we really want to focus on the Japanese market. The ICT industry of Japan and the ICT industry of Bangladesh can work together in hand, and that can be of mutual benefit. So I'll just have a very small presentation just to explain that what we want to achieve through this Japan desk, Basis Japan Desk. Let me just share my screen and then okay. Okay. So as I was saying that Japan and Bangladesh cherish a very strong and long friendship. Just after the independence, Japan was the largest and has been the largest development partner of Bangladesh. And the current mega projects they are helping in our metro rail, the Matarbari coal power plant, the third Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport, and so many other projects. Japan has been the single biggest bilateral development partner for Bangladesh, and the amount of the ODA, the assistance to Bangladesh from Japan in 2018 was more than 1.8 billion US dollars. So that is, we are very, very thankful to Japan to have such a good friend. Bangladesh also has reciprocated. Bangladesh has designated a special economic zone in Arai Hajar for the Japanese investor. And interestingly, during this COVID pandemic, the supply chain has been interrupted because most of the manufacturing factories are in China. So Japan has allocated 243 billion, more than 243 billion yen to ship to the manufacturers to shift their production from China, out of China, and to go to other countries so that the supply chain remains intact and not hampered. So this is, we believe that this is a very good opportunity for Bangladesh. So let's look at the Japan and its ICT industry scenario and how Bangladesh can support this. There's a very interesting demographic dividend that we can reap and take advantage. I mean, both the countries can take advantage of, because you see the 65% population of Japan is above 60 years of age, whereas the 70% population in Bangladesh, the average age is below 35. So there's this skill and young talent pool from Bangladesh can benefit Japan to achieve their goals. Not only that, there's a recent study, and the statistics says that by 2025, there will be a shortage of 425,000 engineers only in the IT sector in Japan. So Bangladesh can definitely fulfill that because we produce more than 22,000 quality IT engineers every year. So there is a huge opportunity and we can fulfill this gap. And Japan is also looking for offshore development destination other than China and Vietnam, and Bangladesh can definitely avail of this opportunity to become a new offshore development country, to become the new destination for Japanese production manufacturers. So let's just quickly look at the ICT scenario in Bangladesh. As you know, the industry is composed of over 2,000 companies. The local market size is more than 1.5 billion US dollars. This is excluding the telecom sector. There are already 40 plus offshore development centers and joint ventures that are with different various countries that are operating in Bangladesh. The software export is 1 billion. We have reached $1 billion. It should have been exceeded $1 billion this year, but because of the pandemic, maybe it will slow down, but we hope to catch up by next year again. And the industry has a compound annual growth rate of 28%, and it has been like that for the last 6 years. So it is, you can imagine that the growth is tremendous in the ICT industry in Bangladesh. And if we talk about the human resource potential, the Bangladesh Computer Council, our High-Tech Park Authority, the LICT project, and BASIS, we are working towards capacity development, the human resource capacity. We are conducting different training programs, and most of the training programs are on the trending technologies, the new technologies, upcoming technologies. There are, again, the demographic dividend, as I talked about before, that 65% are youth. They are aged between 18 to 35 years of age. And English education is built into the education system, which is a very big advantage for our workforce. We have about 1 million IT professionals working in the industry and outside the industry in different corporates, banks, and government agencies and other private agencies. And we also have a whopping more than 650,000 freelancers. And as you know, that Oxford Internet Institute has recently, in a study, they have declared that Bangladesh has the second largest volume of outsourced workers, that is freelancers, after India, just after India. And we actually amount for 16% of the total outsourced work. And we have a total graduate pool of almost 1 million annually every year, and 22,000 IT graduates are produced every year. So you can see that human resources very much ready to take advantage of this friendship, the Japanese collaboration. So BASIS Japan Desk will act as a bridge between the two countries, the ICT companies of the two countries. So it will provide a one-stop support service. It will provide all kinds of information for the Japanese companies who want to invest in Bangladesh and also want to develop the offshore business. So, and also, of course, another responsibility of this desk will be to promote the IT companies of Bangladesh in the Japan market. So we will be highlighting our expertise in the latest technologies like IoT, blockchain, big data, artificial intelligence, and etc. And the Japan desk will be using the social media for this promotion into the Japan market, a very focused way. It will also regularly arrange B2B matchmaking events. You can see a picture. This picture is from last February 2020. During the Soft Expo, we organized this B2B matchmaking and signed a few deals also with different Japanese companies. So also the Japan desk will facilitate in making agreements and collaboration with different IT associations of Japan and also different large technology companies of Japan. So it will act as a mediator or a facilitator. Japan desk will also do market research. It will regularly conduct this research on the demand in Japan. It will forecast the demands, the potential, it will identify the potential clients and opportunities and the technologies that are upcoming and that are required in the Japanese ICT market. So we believe that this will keep us one step ahead of the competition. This is just from our history that we have been participating in the annual Japan IT Week for the last few years since 2015. And last year, we sent the largest delegation of 36 member companies. And it was very successful because quite a few companies closed a very good number of deals at the Japan IT Week. Last year also in the Soft Expo, the annual exposition that we organized, that you know that it is the largest software and IT-enabled services exposition in South Asia. The Soft Expo, it was a 3-day event, and 1 day was fully dedicated to Japan, and we called it the Japan Day. And during the entire day, there was B2B matchmaking sessions, there was planning sessions for building career in Japan. There were several cultural events, Japanese cultural events. So we are very much thankful to our Japanese friends for helping us doing that. So this basically is what we try to do. We will be doing through the Japan desk. And we actually planned to open one Bangladesh desk in Tokyo, and we really have that plan. But of course, as you know, we are short of funds. We actually submitted a proposal long time back to the ICT division that how we can do that. It will be a 3-year plan, and how we can maintain the 2 desks, because our plan is to hire local Japanese people in Tokyo who will be doing the same thing that the Bangladesh Basis Japan desk is doing. So it will be, both the desks will liaise with each other and promote the ICT industry of both the countries in the other country. So this is the plan. Thank you very much once again. And I hope that the Japan desk will be very successful. By the way, what we are doing is we have announced this already in our among our members, and we are enlisting members who are really interested to do business with Japan specifically. And this is in a subscription model, because as you know that we really need to fund this Japan desk. So our member companies are subscribing to it. We are starting this with a 6-month subscription, and eventually, if this is successful in the 6 months, we will extend the subscription. And the enlistment is open. It will be round the year. It will be always open. Whenever any company wants to subscribe to it, they can subscribe and become enlisted in the Japan desk. So thank you again. Thank you very much. Rashad, over to you.
Thank you, Almas Bhai, for the wonderful presentation. Now, I would like to request Mr. Mahbub Zaman, former president of BASIS, to deliver his speech. All of you know that Mr. Mahbub Zaman Bhai and his company has a very good experience in Japan market. So we would like to share his experience and thoughts about the BASIS Japan desk. So Mr. Zaman Bhai, over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Actually, this is a special day for not only BASIS, actually for the IT industry of Bangladesh, and also the relationship between Japan and Bangladesh. Mr. Almas Kobi, the president of BASIS, has explained everything, and we all know that Japan is the single largest development partners of Bangladesh since independence. And today, in this scenario, when Industrial Revolution 4.0 and Society 5.0 is going on, here the importance of collaboration and complementing ourselves between Japan and Bangladesh has become pivotal because demographic dividend. We are having a huge young population, and we are talking about information technology, which is all about logic and numbers. And we are very strong in logic and numbers, and our kids are doing good. Actually, in the meantime, in the last 5 years, we have regularly attended Japan IT Week, as because the honorable advisor to the Prime Minister for private sector is here, and also this honorable state minister is here, and also His Excellency is here. I have few points to discuss, because we all know that there are number of mega projects coming in Bangladesh with Japanese assistance, like metro rail, supercritical thermal plant in Matarbari, deep sea port in Matarbari, oceanfront economic zone in Bangabandhu Shilpo Nagari in Mireshrai, then special economic zone in Araihaza. And also we know that recently Japan has decided that there is a $2.43 billion stimulus package to move different industries and plants from China to different countries. And we already know that 24 already has been to Vietnam, 11 to Hong Kong, 3 to India, and we have 2 already, but that was not in the technology sector. But we are optimistic that we can bring these technology companies in Bangladesh because all these mega projects, they have a huge component of IT in this, and few companies in Bangladesh is already working with mainstream Japanese companies like Hitachi, Johnson Control Hitachi, then Toshiba, also with NEC, Nippon Signals regarding metro rail. So actually in the IT sector, already few of the companies are already working there. We have few obstacles, and which is obvious because of the cultural difference. We are very much near to our culture because Tokyo University teaches Bangla in Tokyo University, and in Dhaka University here also there is Japanese language session already, full session. So and we eat rice and fish, and Japanese also Japan and Bangladesh is similar, but still it takes time to go forward. And Japan desk in basis, and also a proposal for IT desk in Japan and yeah, I think my line was a little bit snapped. Can you hear me now, Rashad?
Yes, Jaman bhai, we can hear you now.
Okay, so actually why Japan desk? Because we understand that we need to have a skill matrix that Japan do not know what we can do, and we do not know what Japan wants. So there is a gap between the demand and supply. So that is this desk can fulfill that gap, and also a IT desk in Japan, in Bangladesh embassy in Japan, that will actually suffice to the complement each other. So that is why actually Commerce Secretary is Honorable Commerce Secretary is also here, and Commercial Counselor from Japan Embassy is also here. So if we can match all these things, and especially during this pandemic situation, it is a disaster for the total globe, but it is also bringing some opportunity for us because we are all getting habituated to new life. So we will not get into normal life, we will get into new normal life, which is actually the judiciary is already, I mean, Bangladesh judiciary is already has become virtual. We are doing office work from home. We are planning to have online schools and university and exam. So actually the digital transformation is coming up in this pandemic situation, and there actually we can complement, and Japan and we together can do a leapfrog jump and do all this disruptive technology together. We are in touch with Japan Deep Learning Association. We are from BASIS, we are having a partnership with Japan Deep Learning Association. We are into contact with Japan AI community, artificial intelligence community. And we are planning to have some joint ventures so that we can move to the next level. Also, we have proposed a university, Japan Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology, because the same type of university Vietnam has for last 7 years, if I am not incorrect. So actually, that university can give a leapfrog jump for us to move forward. And for that, Fujitsu Research Institute is already working with us, and we together have prepared a draft how we can move forward, like just not imitating, but the next version of what Vietnam has in university, where all the university kids, they are aiming their career for Japan, maybe sitting in Bangladesh or going to Japan. Their career is for Japan industry and all these things. And last but not the least, that is when Japan is coming up here in Bangladesh with a huge investment in Mireshwarai, Bangabandhu Shilpanagari, in Araihajar and all these things, I think that we should give them a potential confidence that Bangladesh is prepared, especially in the IT sector, to comply with them. So this is why actually Japan desk in basis is so important for us. And we think that it is just start of the beginning. It will bring us a lot of confidence ourselves. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mahbub Chaman Bhai, for sharing your experience and expectation from Basis Japan Desk. So now I would like to request Mr. Uzi Ando, country representative of Jetro Bangladesh, to deliver his speech. Mr. Uzi Ando, over to you.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Very good evening from Japan. This is Yujand from Jetro. First of all, I would like to express my warm-hearted congratulations to Basis for organizing this online inauguration program of Basis Japan Desk, and delighted to say a few words in this occasion. Jetro has been working to support expansion of trade and investment with the countries around the world. And we have started our operation in Bangladesh since 1973, just after the independence. I am happy to know that Basis Japan Desk is going to work full-fledged for Japan market. It is believed that desks solely focusing on the Japan market can generate successful business contracts and accelerate the export of IT industry of Japan, of Bangladesh. And we believe that we could closely collaborate with Basis for mutual benefits between two friendly countries. It's high time for Bangladesh to work with Japanese ICT companies. Because of the shortage of ICT engineers and professionals in Japan, potential Japanese ICT companies are looking for the business partners in other countries. Exploration of external sources has already started. It's needless to say that Bangladesh is one of the appealing destinations for Japanese companies. We are suffering from COVID-19 pandemic situation all over the world, and Bangladesh, of course, is not an exception. However, we have realized that ICT sectors do not choose a place to work. I am confident that ICT sector in Bangladesh is able to overcome this hardest time and have a great step forward. There are also some opportunities to enjoy more growth. If Bangladesh companies focus on Japanese market, please emphasize on the importance of learning Japanese language. Japanese people consider our own language as one of the most important factors, just as Bangladesh people put importance on the mother tongue. BJ program for skills development of IT engineering engineers targeting Japanese market funded by JICA addresses these challenges. Selected passionate ICT engineers are taught all the Japanese and software knowledge necessary to work in Japan. You would be happy to know that under this project, around 150 ICT professionals already got jobs in Japan and in Japan in last 2 years. I wish every success of the Japan desk, and we do look forward to working with you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Udiando-san, for your wonderful speech. So now I would like to request Mr. Uho Hayakawa-san, Chief Representative of JICA Bangladesh, to deliver his speech. All of you know that JICA is one of the biggest development partner of many projects here in Bangladesh. So from him, we would like to hear his experience and his expectation about the BASIS Japan desk. So Mr. Hayakawa-san, over to you for your speeches. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. My name is Yuho Hayakawa, Chief Rep of JICA Bangladesh office. And it is my great pleasure to join this important event. Actually, this inauguration of BASIS Japan desk is what we have been looking forward to see for the last couple of years. Amid the spread of COVID-19, this is a really unusual situation, but many guests already mentioned, nobody denies the critical importance of IT knowledge, skill, and development in this unique environment. As you know, JICA has been working for development of IT human resources development in this country through technical cooperation. The collaboration with BASIS is a very important element of the project, which resulted in human exchange between Bangladesh and Japan, as Mr. Ando kindly mentioned. It's a really mutual learning process and a mutual understanding process, I can say. So I believe that the Japan desk will be another great kickstart of those collaboration, especially for younger generation of two countries. The inauguration of Japan desk is a catalyst and a symbol of the bright future collaboration of the two countries' IC sector. So I really look forward to see further development and rapid growth of our collaboration. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hayakawa-san. As you expected, we also work together jointly between Bangladesh and Japan, and we would also expecting further collaboration. So now I would like to request our special guest, Mr. Junaid Ahmed Polok, MP, State Minister for Information and Communication Technology Division, to deliver his speech. Polok bhai has some other engagement, and after this seminar, after the inauguration program, so he has requested us to that he want to deliver his speech earlier. So Polok bhai, we are eagerly waiting to hear your speeches. Now over to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Asad, Director of BASIS, for your excellent moderation. Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Salman F. Rahman, Private Sector, Industry and Investment Advisor to Honorable Prime Minister, Senior Secretary of ICT, Commerce Secretary, His Excellency Mr. Ito Nauki, Ambassador of Bangladesh, of Japan to Bangladesh, and country representative of JETRO and JICA, dear President Syed Almas Kabir of BASIS, dear journalist friends from media, BASIS members, good afternoon and assalamu alaikum to you all. I'm really very happy to be here in the occasion of BASIS Japan Desk organized by BASIS. I appreciate the initiative taken by BASIS to set up a BASIS Japan Desk in effort to showcase our innovative information technology capabilities and our services to the world and to make Bangladesh-Japan business relations more fruitful and strong. My sincere wishes and congratulations to all those involved in this initiative. Dear all, Bangladesh is no longer, digital Bangladesh is no longer a dream, it is a reality now. Digital Bangladesh means more efficient Bangladesh, more competitive Bangladesh, more good governance, and more prosperous Bangladesh. The visionary of Bangladesh, Digital Bangladesh, Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, through her leadership and under the proper direction of the architect of Digital Bangladesh, Honorable ICT Advisor to Prime Minister, Mr. Shojib Wazir Joy, has made this dream a reality by ensuring infrastructural development, technological excellence, and widespread and easy use of ICT for marginalized people. She has made the process of receiving ICT services more democratic for all citizens and ensured universal access. We sincerely believe that this digital revolution will help implement the Golden Bengal vision of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the father of the nation and the greatest Bengali of all time. Dear all, Japan is long-awaited friend and development partner of Bangladesh. Japan is a good business sector in Bangladesh. Similarly, Bangladesh is also a good business place for Japan. Bangladesh has a wonderful environment for foreign investors. The present government is building high-tech parks in different places to build high-tech industries in the country. For investment in IT sector, the government is allocating land in high-tech parks, providing 10% cash incentive, providing 10 years tax holiday facility, uninterrupted power supply, communication, and other facilities. I think the private sector needs to play a significant role in creating opportunities for Japanese investors to take advantage of the opportunities provided by the government by investing in various sectors, including IT in Bangladesh. I'm glad to know that BASIS has been working for the last few years to explore the Japanese IT market and facilitate Japanese investment in Bangladesh in building a digital Bangladesh and in the actual development of the information and communication technology sector. BASIS has hosted a number of business-to-business matchmaking events in Japan and Bangladesh in recent years. In addition, BASIS Soft Expo 2019 was a successful event organized during BASIS Japan Day, which has helped Bangladeshi IT companies to enter the Japanese market. In addition, BASIS has participating in Japan IT Week since 2015. I was also fortunate to present over there in 2015. That was the first participation from the Bangladeshi side. That was a government and private sector joint initiative, which has played a positive role in increasing the demand of Bangladeshi software in Japan. We all know that COVID-19 has now become a global epidemic. It has emerged as the greatest crisis of humankind since World War II. The government of Bangladesh, like other countries, is working with utmost importance to deal with this virus. The impact of the coronavirus has caused and continues to cause huge damage of the ICT industry as well as to various business and industries in the country. Therefore, in order to deal with this corona crisis, in accordance with the directives of Honorable Prime Minister, the maximum use of information technology must be ensured in every field of the country and new fields of work must be created. I'm hopeful that this Japan desk centered on the Japanese market will create new business areas, create successful business deals, make B2B matchmaking, get acquainted with potential Japanese ICT companies, continue research on Japanese market, participate in Japan-based IT events, and so on. Through its activities, it will play a significant role in increasing the exports of Bangladesh's IT industry to Japan. So I wish all the best for these initiatives, and may live long Japan-Bangladesh friendship. Joy Bangla, Joy Bangladesh.
Thanks a lot, Polok Bhai, for your wonderful speech. We are the young generation always being inspired by your speeches. So now I would like to request all of the participants, please turn on your video. We would like to have a screenshot or you can say the virtual group picture of all the participants. So if everyone please turn on the video, we can take a snapshot. Complete. Masud, complete. I think it is done. Once again, thanks a lot, Mr. Junaid Ahmed Polok, MP, Honorable State Minister for Information and Communication Technology Division, our special guest of today's program, for your valuable time and your presence. We are really grateful to you. So now I would like to request Dr. Ariful Haq, Commercial Counselor of Bangladesh Embassy in Tokyo, to deliver his speech. You know that from the beginning, when we started our activities in Japan market from back in 2014, Bangladesh Embassy has played a very vital role in B2B matchmaking and in making the connection with the Japanese companies. So now I would like to hear from Dr. Ariful Haq to hear his expectation about Basis Japan Desk. So Dr. Arif, over to you. Dr. Arif, your microphone is muted. Can you please unmute it?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Honorable Advisor, sir, Honorable State Minister, sir, His Excellency Japanese Ambassador to Bangladesh, respected Senior Secretary ICT Division, respected Secretary Ministry of Commerce, respected President, Basis, and other dignitaries. Thank you very much for inviting us to join in this auspicious occasion. Actually, our head of mission was supposed to be connected. Suddenly, she has been sick due to high blood pressure, and she instructed me to represent on behalf of her. So she regretted for not being connected. This has been really a timely occasion, timely step, particularly in this COVID-19 situation, to inaugurate Basis Japan Desk. Actually, as you all know, we lost the opportunity during the April. Bangladesh was supposed to participate in the Japan IT Fair, and despite our all preparations, finally it has been cancelled. So we lost that opportunity to showcase Bangladesh in Japanese market, which has been going on for the last 6 years. But this Basis Japan Desk definitely will play a vital role, and on behalf of our embassy, we will do our best in connection with the ICT division, Basis, and other stakeholders. This is for your kind information that in the 1st June, actually we held a virtual meeting with the relevant stakeholders like JETRO, Bangladesh JETRO headquarters, METI, Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry, and Ministry of Foreign Affairs, also the Japan-Bangladesh Business Association in Dhaka. So we got some feedback and also we sent it to Dhaka. That was about the trade facilitation between Japan and Bangladesh, and we actually got some input from the perspective of the Japanese side. So in future, for the next year, we are taking all preparations so that the next year, the Japan IT Fair, we can successfully participate. And on behalf of Embassy, we will keep close contact with the Basis. Also, we will get instruction from the ICT division, how to actually explore the Bangladesh ICT industry in the Japanese market. And I will be in, we are always ready to get feedback from Basis and all other stakeholders, and any kind of inputs are welcome. Thank you very much.
So thank you, Dr. Ariful Haq, for this piece. As you said that we have really missed the opportunity to participate in Japan IT Week this year. But we have firm belief that if everything goes right, we will participate again in Japan IT Week in the next year, that is 2021. So now I would like to request His Excellency Mr. Ito Naoki, Ambassador of Japan to the People's Republic of Bangladesh, to deliver his speech. All of us, we know that Embassy of Japan will play definitely a vital role in succeeding Basis Japan Desk, because all of the Japanese investors and companies will first come through the embassy, obviously. So definitely we'll sign an MOU with the Embassy of Japan in Bangladesh, and also the other stakeholders, definitely. So now I would like to hear from him, His Excellency Mr. Ito Naoki, Ambassador of Japan to the People's Republic of Bangladesh.
Thank you, Rashad, for your kind words and kind introduction. Mr. Salman Rahman, Private Sector Industry and Investment Advisor to Honorable Prime Minister, Minister Pollock, State Minister for Information and Communication Technology, and Senior Secretary Mahmoud Zamanbai, Mr. Hayakawa of JICA, Mr. Ando of JETRO, and other respected distinguished participants to this very important epoch-making event. Good afternoon and assalamu alaikum. I'm so pleased to be part of this inauguration of Japan Desk by BASIS today. So this is a wonderful launching of very, very important function of BASIS. BASIS has been so instrumental in providing venues and opportunities for IT companies, both in Japan and Bangladesh, starting from this BASIS Soft Expo and B2B matchmaking events and others. And on the basis of such wonderful track record, today BASIS has come to the point where they set up this Japan desk. So this is a clear demonstration of commitment by BASIS as well as Bangladesh IT industries to Japanese market. So this will present wonderful opportunities of another matchmaking and another possibility of building wonderful partnership between Japanese IT companies and Bangladesh IT companies. I have a high hope and a very strong expectation on this Japan desk because Japan and Bangladesh embark upon a new road of partnership in the next 50 years. Your country, Bangladesh, will celebrate a 50th anniversary next year, and 1 year after, in 2022, we are going to celebrate 50th anniversary of Japan-Bangladesh diplomatic relations. So we need to have a clear industry which will lead us into the next 50 years. I'm sure that IT sector will lead us into further prosperous future of our friendship and partnership. And for that purpose, I'm sure that this Japan desk will play a very, very important role. During the remarks, Zamanbai talked about the importance of giving confidence to Japanese companies. I think this BASIS Japan desk can play roles on top of providing matchmaking opportunities by sharing some success stories of partnership between Japanese IT companies and Bangladesh IT companies, including the success of BJET program, success of BJIT, even success of this recent example of data soft system providing IT device to Hitachi air conditioning system. So through sharing success stories, this Japan desk basis can provide confidence to Japanese companies. And also, a basis can provide confidence to Japanese companies by explaining the investment opportunities into Bangladesh IT sector. And thirdly, we need confidence to be shared by Japanese companies, not only coming from Japan desk, but also from other industrial sectors, as well as government organizations in this country. That is a confidence on business environment in general. That is a confidence on investment climate in general in Bangladesh. I have a strong hope that this coronavirus situation will provide opportunities for partnership, Japan and Bangladesh. In particular, IT sector's partnership between Japan and Bangladesh will develop further. And I hope that under the very strong leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, Bangladesh will be able to curb the spread soon and soon contain the situation. And once coronavirus goes away, we will be able to see more Japanese companies making investment into this country, particularly in accordance with the vision of digital Bangladesh. So I wish all the best for the BASIS Japan desk, but I'm more than confident that Japan and Bangladesh do together in various events and on various fields in this IT sector for mutual benefit of two economies. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, His Excellency Mr. Ito Noki, for your very kind words. Like you, we are also expecting that the relationship between the Bangladeshi ICT industry and the Japanese ICT industry will be further strengthened in the coming days. We are very much committed to our words, and we will take further steps to make this relationship further. So now I would like to request Dr. Mohammad Jafaruddin, Secretary of Ministry of Commerce, to deliver his speech.
Respected Chair, Sayyid Almas Kobi, President BASIS, Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Salman F. Rahman, Private Sector Industries and Investment Advisor to the Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Special Guest, Mr. Junaid Ahmed Polak, State Minister for ICT Division, distinguished guest of honor, Senior Secretary ICT Division, Excellency Ambassador of Japan to Bangladesh, Mr. Arif, Commercial Counselor, Bangladesh Embassy in Japan, Country Representative Jetro, Chief Representative JICA, BASIS members, speakers, Mr. Mahbub Jaban, ex-President BASIS, moderator Mr. Rashid, dear journalists, ladies and gentlemen, very good afternoon to all of you. Indeed, it is my great pleasure to virtually present in this remarkable occasion of opening a dedicated desk for Japan in the basis for cooperation with the partner country. Japan is our trusted partner in development assistance, trade, and FDI. The historic and friendly relations between the two countries benefited each other in many ways. It is highly imperative to enhance trade relations with a country like Japan in such a competitive environment. ICT-enabled services are one of the highest priority sectors in our export policy. Due to availability of skilled and young enthusiastic manpower, Bangladesh has become a promising ICT services exporting country in the Southeast Asia. It is expected that the future ICT sector will be the main exporting sector of Bangladesh and will host the highest number of jobs. It is remarkable to note that the ICT sector remains with highest amount of value addition
in comparison with other exportable commodities in Bangladesh. So backward linkage is negligible in this industry. The basis being the prime association with potential vendors and entrepreneurs playing a vital role of exporting software and IT-enabled services in many countries in the world. I'm very happy to see that the basis has started to connect the world market with extreme dedication and focused enthusiasm. I believe the setting up of a dedicated desk for a country like Japan indicates the high level of maturity of the sector. I congratulate the ICT division and the honorable advisor and the state minister for ICT for fruitful leadership and guidance. Digital Bangladesh is one of the nation's dreams, and so special emphasis is given on the application of digital technologies to realize Vision 2021. With able and dynamic leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, we have successfully implanted ICT in providing many government services. A huge number of entrepreneurs are employed in freelancing, software development, and e-commerce. Bangladesh, like all other countries in the world, is going through the devastating pandemic that has stranded people's lives and livelihood. Blessings of modern technology and innovative issue of ICT has shown the way to solve the day-to-day problems by introducing the concept of successful home office, telemedicine, virtual meetings, and exhibitions. People without burning fuel, spending time in the traffic jams, and keeping the environment clean can do almost the same jobs that were done before the corona pandemic. ICT has shown the way out to the people. Bangladesh has an impressive track record of growth and development and aspires to achieve the status of a developed country by 2041. I believe Bangladesh has huge potentials in the ICT sector. Ministry of Commerce has undertaken the initiatives to enhance export using the strength of ICT sector. Particularly in the context of pandemic, COVID-19, we are ready to work with ICT division and also with BASIS in order to increase employment as well as export. Recently, we have requested BASIS to prepare a business plan and submit it to Ministry of Commerce. We hope we'll be able to make adequate progress in this regard. Finally, I believe the setting up of the dedicated country-based desks and focused initiative in ICT sector will mark the country as a trustworthy source of ICT product in the world, and thus our young stars will be able to engage their talent and time to contribute for the nation. Thanks to BASIS and all the entrepreneurs, also thanks to Japan for their utmost cooperation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Jafaruddin, Secretary, Ministry of Commerce, for your speech. So all of you know that in 2018, we have achieved the target of exporting $1 billion USD from the IT and ITS sector. And by 2024, we have a target of exporting $5 billion USD from this sector. And we are working hard and we are very much committed to achieve those targets. So also we have submitted a roadmap plan to the Ministry of Commerce to achieve the target. So now I would like to request Mr. N.M. Ziaul Alam, Senior Secretary, Information and Communication Technology Division, to deliver his speech.
Thank you, Mr. Rashad, Basis Director. Honorable Chief Guest of this today's session, Mr. Salman F. Rahman, the Industry and Investment Advisor to the Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Special Guest, ICT State Minister, Mr. Junaid Ahmed Polak. I think Sir is now with us. Honorable Special Guest, Secretary Commerce, Honorable Ambassador of Japan in Bangladesh, and Honorable Commercial Councillor of Bangladesh in Japan, respected country director both JICA and JETRO, BASIS chairman, president, today's chairperson, Mr. Syed Almas Kabir. Good evening to you all. I think it is indeed an unique opportunity of me to be a part of this very important event. I think it is an historic event, and I am very grateful to be here with all of you. Congratulations to all of you, those who are taking part in establishing BASIS Japan desk in Bangladesh. So as we know, Japan actually is the trusted and very trusted friend of Bangladesh, which is a long-lasting friendship. And in that case, we think any collaboration, any cooperation, any sort of agreement or any dealing with Japan, with Bangladesh is good for Bangladesh. On the other hand, BASIS also is doing well in Bangladesh. As we know, BASIS is doing responsible for developing software industries in Bangladesh. And BASIS is not dealing with this industry alone. He actually, BASIS in collaboration with the government and the academia and the other sector is doing well in making software industry in Bangladesh a world famous software industry. So I think this sort of help desk will help us in future. Since, as you know, we are now working on frontier technology, and Japan is actually very advanced in frontier technology. So collaboration with Japan and automation, services automation using frontier technology and the others, I think will help us in our future ICT expansion. This sort of collaboration, I think, will be very fruitful for Bangladesh. So I think everything is actually, our State Minister has explained everything before you from our ICT division. I think I have nothing to say in this regard. I'd like to pay our heartfelt gratitude to both JICA and JETRO and Japan Embassy for helping us in Bangladesh in the IT sector, in both in preparing our manpower and in infrastructure development. So long live the friendship of Japan and Bangladesh. Long live BASIS Japan Help Desk. With this few, I'd like to conclude. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. N.M. Ziaul Alam, Senior Secretary, Information and Communication Technology Division, for your speech. So now the long-awaited moment, all of us are eagerly waiting to hear his speeches. Today's chief guest, Mr. Salman Fazlur Rahman, Private Sector Industry and Investment Advisor to Honorable Prime Minister. So, sir, over to you now. We are now waiting to hear your speech.
Bismillah Rahman Rahim. President of BASIS, Mr. Almas Kabir, Honorable Special Guest, Mr. Junaid Ahmed Polak, MP, State Minister for Information and Communication Technology, Mr. N.M. Ziaul Alam, Senior Secretary, Information of Communication Technology Division, Mr. Mohammad Zafaruddin, Secretary of the Ministry of Commerce, His Excellency the Japanese Ambassador to Bangladesh, and the Commercial Counselor of Bangladesh in Japan, representatives of JETRO and JICA, and members of BASIS. Assalamu alaikum. At the outset, I would like to congratulate BASIS for taking this initiative, for setting up the Basis Japan desk. And I'm very, very happy, and I would like to thank Basis for giving me the opportunity to attend this event as the chief guest. We all know that Japan has been an extremely close friend of Bangladesh since our independence in 1971. And Japan was one of the first countries who recognized Bangladesh, one of the first countries that came forward to help rebuild war-torn Bangladesh at that time. And Bangladesh has adopted Japan as its ideal, and in becoming an industrial-based country from an agricultural-based country. Therefore, Bangladesh's research program needs to be more strengthened with Japan. Japan's experience and knowledge can be used for human resource development in Bangladesh. JICA has been a development partner in Bangladesh for a long time. And through today's program, I would like to request JICA to come forth more actively to train more people in Bangladesh. Actually, I have always, whenever I speak to the investment promotion agencies in Bangladesh, and also when we are talking amongst ourselves, with the Honorable Prime Minister and other cabinet colleagues, training is very, very important, and especially language. Actually, I heard the JETRO representative from Tokyo saying that language is very, very important. And I think that is something which we should really concentrate on. And I would request Basis and JICA that if we can set up very, very, I would say, focused training programs for teaching the Japanese language to Bangladeshis. And once the language is learned, then the next step is to teaching the Japanese culture and the way to behave, because not only ICT, there is a huge opportunity for Bangladeshis to take advantage of the opportunities in Japan. So I think language and culture is very, very important. Although already I know a lot of work is being done in this area, but I think we need to do more and we need to strengthen this. At the honorable guests, you know that at the initiative of Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, 100 special economic zones are being set up in different parts of the country. And special facilities are being provided to the investors by removing all the barriers in the field of investment. Japan's development experience will be very useful for the development of Bangladesh. For this reason, it has already been decided by the government to allocate a large economic zone to Japan. Japanese investors will benefit if they invest there. Japan has already come forward to work on many big projects in the country. All of this has been mentioned by earlier speakers. Apart from that, the government has already taken various steps to facilitate trade and commerce in the country and attract foreign investment. These include launching a one-stop service for potential investors, reforming existing laws and enacting new laws, ensuring effective coordination between different government agencies, and so on. We have been doing a lot of work on, one of the areas which has been pointed out to us is that Bangladesh's ranking in the ease of doing business needs to be improved. And we are doing a lot of work on this, and I'm very confident because of this pandemic situation, the work which we had started has slowed down, but I'm confident that now that in the rest of this year and early next year, we will be able to take concrete steps so that our ranking in the ease of doing business is improves significantly. The other thing which we are doing is the one-stop service, and that is where the IT comes in. We are working with Basis and also with the ICT division for actually to make Bangladesh an investment-friendly country and to create an environment which is investment-friendly and business-friendly. The one-stop services the program is being initiated. Already a lot of work has been done, and we will be doing more work on this in the future also. So why are we doing all of this? Because there is no alternative to foreign investment in reviving the economy, and especially after the pandemic. So I think, you know, under the dynamic leadership of Honorable Prime Minister, Bangladesh had actually come to such a position that we were being considered as a role model of development worldwide, and we had we had achieved the highest GDP growth rate in the country. But unfortunately, because of this pandemic, we have suffered. The economy has suffered quite a lot. Like not only Bangladesh, all over the world, and that is why. For now, we are really going forward. Investment has become very, very important, and we are looking towards Japan, because Japan is not only a development partner, but we are now seeing that a lot of Japanese private sector companies are coming and investing in Bangladesh, and we need more of such investment. That will actually help us to revive our economy. On the IT side, I would say that the opportunity is really huge. And what His Excellency, the Japanese ambassador, said was absolutely correct, that we have to showcase the success stories. And like the one which we had with Hitachi, and then there are other, many other companies which are doing a lot of software work is going on. The other thing with the software and IT segment or IT sector is that whatever is done, it is done very, very silently. People are working from home. Software is something which you can't actually physically see. Now, if you're manufacturing a car or you're manufacturing garments or anything, those are physical things. Software is something much more abstract, but even more important than the physical thing. So I think this is an area where I will request basis that showcasing our success stories is very, very important. And this concept of setting up this help desk here is also, I think, going to go for a long way. He was mentioning, the chairman of, president of BASIS was mentioning that they would also like to do a corresponding help desk in Tokyo, in Japan, which I think is an extremely good idea. And you were saying that you may need financial support for that. I'm sure that if you put forward a proposal, I can assure you that from the ICT Ministry, from BIDA, we will definitely look at this very, very favorably. I'm not. You don't need this. Doesn't need a lot of amount of funding. I'm sure that we can set this up. We can also do this on jointly with the Japanese government and the Bangladesh government. But I think it's a very good. Conceptually, it's a very good idea. You're starting with the help desk over here in Dhaka. I think a corresponding one in Tokyo would also be very good idea, so that the two help desks could coordinate among themselves. So, and again, I would like to really congratulate BASIS that IT sector is a sector where there is a huge amount of potential. And you mentioned about the freelancers. As you know that I have been following this, and I feel that the future for Bangladesh, especially in the form of employment, that if we can get our young people, our young workforce to concentrate on IT, it's much more easy. They can sit at home and work. And since under the dynamic leadership of Prime Minister, we have already been able to achieve this fiber optic backbone in Bangladesh up to the village level. So, you know, we are completely connected now. And so it's easy for people who are working in the IT sector to work from home and really develop. You said nearly $1 billion. I'm very confident that if the kind of work which everybody is doing now, the kind of initiative everybody is taking, and especially from the ICT Ministry and the Commerce Ministry, of the various ministries, the initiative everybody is taking, I am very, very confident that in a few years, the IT sector export turnover can be substantially increased, and very soon we may be able to say that not only is the export earning huge, but also the IT sector is generating the maximum number of employment also. So this is something which we should all be working towards. I'll conclude now, and before concluding, I would just like to once again reiterate that our relationship with Japan, it goes back a long way, and it's really, really a very close relationship. We really value this relationship. I had the honor of accompanying Honorable Prime Minister when she visited Japan last year. And we had meetings with His Excellency, the Japanese Prime Minister Abe. And I could see, I've experienced it firsthand myself, the warm relationship between not only the two prime ministers, but also between the two countries. And this is something which Bangladesh values, and going forward, we want to build on it and strengthen it. I'll now conclude by really congratulating BASIS again, BASIS President and all the executive committee members and the membership of BASIS for taking this initiative. I'm sure this will go in a long way to develop not only to develop the relationship between Japan and Bangladesh, but also to develop the IT industry in general and software development in particular. And so I wish the Japan desk of BASIS all the success, and wish the Japanese and Bangladesh friendship will continue and will go stronger. Thank you all very much. Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful speech and supporting our idea to establish another help desk in Tokyo, Japan. So soon from our executive council, we will share the proposal to the concerned department and the concerned ministry. So once again, thanks a lot and thank you so much. So now I would like to request Ms. Farhana Rahman, Senior Vice President of BASIS, to deliver his concluding speech and to give a vote of thanks to everyone. Farhana, please unmute your mic.
Yes. Thank you, Rashad. Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Salman F. Rahman, Honorable Advisor to the Honorable Prime Minister on Private Industry and Investment, Honorable Special Guest, Mr. Zunaid Ahmed Polo, Minister of State ICT Division, Honorable Guests of Honor, His Excellency, Representative from JICA and JETRO, Commercial Councillor Tokyo, Tokyo, Japan. Assalamu alaikum and very good evening. It's a privilege and a great joy for me to extend a vote of thanks to all those who have contributed in one way or the other to make this BASIS Japan desk a reality. Our chief guest today, Mr. Salman F. Rahman, Honorable Advisor on Private Industry and Investment, has been the driving force for making Bangladesh a suitable destination for investors. His vision, interest, and business-friendly policy gave BASIS the platform to open Japan desk. I would like to thank you, sir, for appreciating opening Bangladesh desk in Japan. It is also a long ago we tried to do it, but I think this is the right time to do it. Thank you so much. I wish to thank him for his gracious presence in this program and his support all the way to put into developing this dedicated desk for Japan investor in ICT sector. Our honorable special guest, Mr. Zunaid Ahmed Polo, Honorable Minister of State, ICT Division, has always been our inspiration. Thanks, Polok Bhai, and as like this one, I really hope you would continue to be our charismatic industry ambassador in coming years. Our respected Senior Secretary of ICT Division, Mr. N.M. Ziaul Alam, never stopped short of any noble initiative throughout his dynamic career. He has proven to be a very effective partner of BASIS from ICT Division in all activity related to export. Dr. Zafaruddin, respected Secretary, Ministry of Commerce, thank you for your invaluable contribution. His Excellency, Mr. Ito Naoki, Ambassador of Japan in Bangladesh, has played a very supportive role to complement the effort of his colleagues from JETRO, Mr. Uzi Ando, and from JICA, Mr. Uho Hawakao, country representatives. Thank you both of this wonderful gesture from the friendly people of Japan towards Bangladesh. His Excellency Dr. Shahida Akhtar charged the Affairs Embassy of Bangladesh in Japan. She's not present today, but she has played a very vital role from our country's mission in Tokyo. Thank you very much, Madam, Madam, and we hope to see all our missions abroad show this magnificent gesture towards owing investment in Bangladesh. Mr. Ariful Haq, Commercial Councillor, thank you so much for all your effort to opening this Basis Japan desk. Before concluding, let me express our sincere gratitude and appreciation to all my colleagues of Basis EC, ex-President Mahbub Zaman Bhai, member of Basis Secretariat, team member of Japan desk, and all other involved in this process, who have worked so relentlessly to bring this into existence. Last but not the least, special thanks to friends from media. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Rashad, for your excellent moderation. Thank you.
Thank you, Farhanapa. So with our speech, we are going to close this program officially. So all of us are expecting that Bangladesh and Japan friendship will be much more stronger in the coming days. With the dynamic leadership of the Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, we will do much better in the coming days to make Bangladesh a developed country by 2041. So hoping that we are formally going to close this program. Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu, Allah Hafiz.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Honorable Chief Guest, Chaunthal. Thank you so much. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, Zia Bhai. Thank you, Zafar Bhai.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you, Kurve. Almas Kurve. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Stay safe, stay healthy. Bye-bye.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Arigato.
Thank you, sir.
Everybody, please give our respect to the Charge d'Affaires. And Rashad, thank you. Thanks for a good moderation.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. আপনাদের অনুমতি নিয়ে লিভ করতে যাচ্ছি।
জি, thank you, Zia Bhai.
Thank you.
কেমন হয়েছে কিছুই জানি না।